Hello class, good morning. How are you? How was the last time lecture? I hope it's clear. So we are going to continue from where we stopped last time. Rationalization. Still we are in the rationalization. Also it's another method of simplification of thoughts. So in this one, when you have a denominator or the numerator, when you have a fraction, so you are going to consider both denominator and numerator so that it can be rewritten without a thought in its denominator. The thought in the denominator can either be in singular, mixed, or compound thought as shown above. As we have seen earlier, a thought can be turned into a rational number by multiplying it with its conjugate. So this process is referred as what? Rationalization of the denominator. What we mean here is that the simplification of fraction having a thought as denominator, we multiply its numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator, as you have seen, as you are going to see in the example below. So as you see here, when you have a all over root of b is equal to a all over b times b all over b. You see, you multiply the conjugate by denominator, it will give you what? A multiply root b all over what? B. This square root cancel the square root of b, then you have only b. And also the second one, a all over a plus root of b times d times a minus root of b all over a minus root of b, which is equal to a minus b all over a square. A times a, it will give you what? A square minus b times b, to give you square root of b square, as you see here. Then you look into these work examples. There's examples under this one. Example 1. They say write each of the following thought as complete square root. That is root of a. Means your answer is supposed to be in single thought. This is called single thought. A 10 root 2. When you have 10 root 2, solution. 10 root 2 is the same thing as you are going to square both sides. Take the square of both sides. 10 square times root 2. 10 squared will give you 100 times root 2. So 100 times 2 to give you what? 200. Are you clear? Is that clear? Okay. Then, unlike the second one, B, 7 root 2. Then you should square the 7. It will give you 49. 49 times 3 to give you what? 147. I hope it's clear. Then this second example, they say express the following in the simplest possible form. Simplest possible form, that is a root b. Your answers, it will look like a root b. Solution, root 7. When you have root 7, you are going to break it by what? By 3. 9 times 3, it will definitely give you what? 27. So you should look for square root of 9, which is 3. 3 square is 9. Then square root of 9 is what? 3. 3 times root 3. Then your answer is 3 root 3. I hope it's clear. Then you should move to another one. Unlike the second one, they are also the same with this one. You see, 16 times 6, it will give you what? 6. Then 16, root of 16, it will give you what? 4. You see, 4 square, it will give you what? 16. Square root of 16, it will give you what? 4. Your answer is 4 root 6. Exactly. Very, very simple. Also this one, there are similar examples. You can do this by yourself. Also, I have done it by myself, so I think there is no any problem under this example. We can move to also this one is simple. You can check it. It's very, very simple. They are very simple. So let us move to, yes, before we move to another one, just look into these notes. They say to simplify also that to simplify, so the radicand, when you say radicand, must be expressed in terms of a product of its largest perfect square, which sometimes difficult to know. This can be overcome if the number is written as a product of its prime factor. For example, if you have 96, you are going to break this 96 by what? 2 times 2 times 2. How many 2? We have 5 2, then times 3. Since there are 5 2's, we can write as 2 times 2 in brackets times 2 times 2 in bracket times 2 times 3. It will give you what? 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 2, 4. Then 2 times 3, it will give you what? 6. 4 times 4, 16. But you can take it to as 4 square, which is the same thing as what? 16. Then 16 times 6, it will definitely give you what? 96. You see? So we have multiplication of sort. If you could remember, in our previous class we learned about addition and subtraction of sort. Now we are going to consider multiplication of sort. Multiplication of sort. So example, they say evaluate each of the following. Number 1, root 2 times root 2. Roman 2, 7 times root 7. Roman 3, 24 times root 24. Root 4. Roman 4. Root minus 1 times root of minus 1. Solution. Number 1. Root 2 times root 2, which is equal to what? 2 times 2. It will give you square root of 2 times square root of 2. It will give you 2 square. Then this square cancel this square. It will give you 2. Square root cancel the square. It will give you 2. Unlike the Roman 2. 7 times 7. 7 times root 7 to give you root 7 square. Square cancel square. It will give you what? 7. The same thing as Roman 3 and Roman 4. Minus 1 times minus 1 will give you minus 1 square. Square cancel square, it will give you minus 1. Is that clear? This one is very, very simple. So I think from here, let me add another one before you call it a day. If you have a question, you can go to our page and ask your question there. Example 2. You can do this one by yourself, Matthew. You can do it. It's very, very simple. Simplify each of the following. Alaikum.